Every man who has stepped into the world of dating has faced one of the most confusing realities, figuring out whether a woman is truly interested or just being polite. In today's fast-paced dating scene, where messages get lost in a flood of notifications and where attention spans are shorter than ever, this skill isn't optional, it's essential. Knowing when a woman is not interested can save you weeks, months, or even years of wasted time, emotional energy, and unnecessary heartbreak. Here's the truth. Women rarely come out and directly say, "I'm not interested in you." Most will avoid hurting your feelings or will dodge conflict altogether. Instead, they drop signals, clear, subtle, and consistent patterns of behavior that show you exactly where you stand. The problem is, many men either ignore those signs, misinterpret them as challenges to overcome, or convince themselves that persistence will eventually win her over. That mindset is where frustration and rejection grow. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to read the signs of disinterest with confidence. You'll know when to step back with dignity, protect your self-respect, and redirect your energy toward women who truly value and want your attention. The goal here isn't to make you paranoid or to have you constantly second-guess women. Instead, it's to give you clarity. Once you can recognize these signals, you'll move smoother in dating, avoid chasing dead ends, and free yourself to focus on women who genuinely want to be with you. Now let's break it down step by step. I'll show you the exact behaviors women display when they're not interested in a man, and you'll see how unmistakable these signs really are when you know what to look for.
1. Short or delayed responses. One of the first and clearest signs a woman is not interested in you shows up in how she communicates. In the beginning, if a woman genuinely wants to get to know you, her messages come with energy, effort, and consistency. She replies within a reasonable time, she engages in conversation, and she makes it easy for you to feel like you matter. But when she's not into you, her replies tell the whole story without her ever needing to say it outright. Here's what you'll notice. Her responses become very short. One-word answers like, "Okay," laughing out loud, or "sure." When you ask her questions, she doesn't expand on her answers. She doesn't return the same curiosity you show her. If you ask, "How was your day?" you might get a flat fine instead of a thoughtful response. This isn't because she's always busy or tired. It's because she isn't motivated to build a real exchange with you. On top of that, her replies often come with noticeable delays. Hours, sometimes days, will pass before she gets back to you, even though you know she's on her phone for other things. When a woman is interested, she'll find moments to respond, even during a busy day. But when she isn't, you'll constantly feel like you're waiting. And when she finally does reply, the energy in her message feels cold and detached. Many men make the mistake of justifying this behavior. They tell themselves, "She's probably busy," or "maybe she's just not a text person." While that may be true in rare cases, consistent short and delayed responses usually mean one thing: she doesn't prioritize you. If you find yourself carrying the entire weight of the conversation, sending long, engaging messages only to get crumbs in return, take it for what it is. Don't push harder, don't double text, and don't try to win her over by proving your value through persistence. That only drains your energy and lowers your confidence. Instead, recognize this as a clear sign she isn't feeling it, and save your time for someone who can't wait to hear from you. 2. Always too busy. When a woman is genuinely interested, she will carve out time for you. No matter how packed her schedule is, she'll find small windows, whether it's a 5-minute phone call, a quick coffee, or simply planning ahead for when she's free. Interest creates effort. But when she's not into you, you'll notice a pattern. She's always too busy. At first, it may sound like a reasonable excuse. She might say she's swamped with work, exhausted from school, or tied up with family obligations. And yes, life gets busy for everyone. But here's the key difference. You'll notice she somehow finds time for other people, events, or activities, just not you. She'll post photos of hanging out with friends, attend social gatherings, or stay up late scrolling online. Yet when you ask to meet up, suddenly her schedule becomes impossibly tight. What makes this sign so frustrating for men is the hope that it creates. You might think, if I wait a little longer, maybe she'll finally have time for me. But in reality, I'm too busy is often a polite way of saying, you're not a priority. A woman who values your presence will never leave you lingering in uncertainty. She'll be clear about when she's available, and she'll show excitement about the chance to spend time together. Another common behavior is constant rescheduling. She may agree to plans, but cancel at the last minute, often with vague excuses. When this keeps happening, it's not bad luck. It's a sign of disinterest. Consistency matters here. A woman who truly likes you won't repeatedly cancel without making a genuine effort to make it up to you. Men often try to respond by being more patient, more flexible, or more understanding. But here's the hard truth. If she's always too busy for you, it means she doesn't see enough value in your connection to make time. Waiting around only keeps you stuck in a situation where your needs aren't being met. The best move you can make is to recognize the pattern early. Respect yourself enough to stop chasing someone who keeps pushing you aside. Time and attention are two of the most valuable things you have to offer. If she can't make space for them, she's showing you she doesn't deserve them. 3. Lack of physical engagement. When a woman is interested, you don't have to guess. Her body language tells you everything. She leans in when you talk. Her eyes light up when she sees you. She touches your arm during conversation, and she smiles often. Even subtle actions, like fixing her hair around you, holding eye contact, or mirroring your gestures, are powerful signals of attraction. But when she's not interested, the exact opposite happens. And this is one of the clearest indicators men often overlook. If you notice she keeps physical distance, it's a strong sign she isn't feeling the connection. She might fold her arms, angle her body away from you, or avoid any kind of casual touch. When you lean in closer, she might subtly step back or create space. This isn't just about shyness. Most women, even reserved ones, will still display warm body language if they like you. Cold or closed-off physical behavior is her nonverbal way of saying she doesn't feel that spark. Another key indicator is eye contact. A woman who likes you will look into your eyes with focus and curiosity. When she isn't interested, her gaze will wander, checking her phone, scanning the room, or avoiding direct eye contact altogether. If you constantly feel like you're competing with distractions, it's not accidental. It's her way of signaling she's disengaged. Physical touch is another giveaway. A woman who's attracted to you will find small excuses to touch, whether it's brushing against your shoulder or playfully tapping your arm. But if she never initiates touch, and even seems uncomfortable when you attempt it, that's a clear boundary she's setting. Respect it and recognize what it means. Men often convince themselves that if they just try harder, dress better, talk smoother, or plan the perfect date, her body language will eventually shift. But attraction isn't something you can force. If she's not physically engaged from the start, no amount of effort will create genuine chemistry. The best thing you can do is pay attention, not pressure. Observe her physical cues honestly, without filtering them through what you wish they meant. When she shows disinterest through her body language, it's a clear signal to step back and redirect your focus towards someone who lights up when you walk in the room. 4. No effort in conversation. Conversations are the backbone of connection. When a woman is interested in you, she wants to know you on a deeper level. She'll ask questions, share stories, laugh with you, and naturally keep the energy flowing. But when she's not interested, you'll notice a very different pattern. Conversations feel one-sided, heavy, and often forced. Here's what that looks like. You ask her about her day, and she gives you the bare minimum. It was fine. You share something about yourself, and instead of asking a follow-up or showing curiosity, she just nods or changes the subject. She doesn't give you much to work with, and it starts to feel like you're dragging words out of her. A conversation with someone who isn't invested feels like pulling teeth. You're the engine. She's just a passenger. Another major sign is that she never initiates. You're always the one starting the texts, making the calls, or coming up with topics. If you stop reaching out, the conversation dies. This silence speaks volumes. Women who genuinely like you will want to keep the connection alive. Even a simple "good morning" text, a meme she thought you'd enjoy, or a random check-in shows she wants to be part of your day. If none of that happens, she's telling you her interest isn't there. Distraction during conversations is another clue. If you're out together and she's constantly checking her phone, giving you short replies, or looking around the room instead of engaging with you, her focus is elsewhere. That lack of attention isn't about her being shy. It's about her not valuing the interaction. Men often make the mistake of overcompensating in these moments. They become entertainers, telling more jokes, asking endless questions, or oversharing just to keep the conversation alive. But the more you do this, the more obvious the imbalance becomes. A healthy interaction should feel mutual, not like you're performing for her attention. The truth is, conversation is one of the easiest indicators of genuine interest. If she's not putting in effort to connect, if she isn't curious about you, and if she leaves you feeling drained instead of energized, that's your answer. A woman who truly likes you will make it easy. If it feels difficult from the start, it's not going to get better. 5. Minimal investment. One of the strongest indicators of a woman's interest is the level of effort she puts into you. When she's genuinely drawn to a man, she invests, not just emotionally, but also through her time, energy, and actions. She'll text you back, make plans, dress up when she sees you, and show excitement in small ways. But when she's not interested, all of that fades. She gives the absolute minimum, and you'll feel it. Here's how minimal investment shows up. You're always the one driving things forward. You're the one planning the dates, making the phone calls, buying the meals, or suggesting meetups. She, on the other hand, contributes nothing beyond showing up, if she even shows up at all. There's no initiative from her side. If you stop making effort, the connection dies instantly, because she was never putting anything into it in the first place. Another red flag is her lack of consideration for your time. She might agree to plans but cancel at the last minute without real concern. She shows up late without apologizing. She treats your efforts as optional, not valuable. A woman who's truly into you won't treat your time carelessly. She'll respect it because she respects you. You'll also notice she rarely, if ever, does small gestures to show she cares. A woman who likes you might bring you coffee, send you something that reminded her of you, or simply say, "Drive safe," after a date. When she's not interested, there's none of that. She doesn't think about you when you're not around, and her actions make it obvious. Men often ignore this because they're blinded by attraction. They think, if I keep giving, she'll eventually come around. But attraction doesn't work like that. You can't buy genuine interest with gifts, effort, or persistence. If she's not giving back even in small ways, it's not because she doesn't realize what you're offering. It's because she doesn't want it. The lesson here is simple. Interest is shown through investment. When a woman values you, she won't let you carry the entire weight of the relationship. If she isn't contributing her share, whether that's time, energy, or even basic effort, she's silently telling you she's not interested. Believe her actions. 6. Avoids alone time. When a woman is genuinely into you, she looks forward to spending time with you one-on-one. She wants that intimacy, that private space where she can connect with you without distractions. Whether it's grabbing coffee, going for a walk, or just sitting together in a quiet spot, alone time is where real chemistry builds. But when she's not interested, she avoids it at all costs. Here's how it plays out. She'll suggest group hangouts instead of one-on-one dates. If you ask her out for dinner, she might counter with, "Let's invite some friends." If you try to set up something private, she'll make excuses, saying she's busy, tired, or that it's not a good time. The truth is, she doesn't want to be alone with you because she doesn't feel that level of attraction or comfort. Another clear sign is how she acts when you do find yourselves alone together. If she constantly checks her phone, avoids eye contact, or seems restless, it's not shyness, it's discomfort. She's counting down the minutes instead of enjoying the moment. Contrast this with a woman who's interested. She'll lean in, keep the conversation flowing, and lose track of time because she's fully engaged. Even in group settings, pay attention. If she always positions herself away from you, spends more time talking to others, or never breaks off to be by your side, it's her way of creating distance. A woman who likes you will seek opportunities to pull you aside, even if it's just for a few minutes. A woman who doesn't will avoid that at all costs. Men often misinterpret this avoidance as her being shy or cautious. But the reality is, most women don't shy away from private moments with someone they truly like. If she continually avoids those opportunities, she's showing you she doesn't want deeper connection. You don't need to chase or convince her. The right woman will welcome your company and look forward to those one-on-one moments. If she avoids them, take it as the message it is. She's not interested. 7. Shows interest in others. One of the most undeniable signs that a woman isn't interested in you is when her attention consistently goes to other men. Attraction can't be hidden. When a woman is into someone, her energy naturally flows toward him. Her words, her focus, her body language. If you notice she's giving that attention to others while keeping you in the background, it's a strong sign you're not the one she's looking at. This often shows up in subtle ways at first. She might casually bring up other guys in conversation, talking about how funny a coworker is, how attractive a celebrity is, or how much fun she had with a friend. If she does this once in a while, it's not a big deal. But if it's constant, it means she wants you to see where her interest lies. A woman who likes you won't talk about other men in ways that risk making you feel sidelined. Pay attention to her behavior in social settings. Does she light up when certain guys walk into the room but stay neutral with you? Does she engage in long, animated conversations with other men while giving you short replies? Does she position herself to be around them but not you? These aren't accidents. They're choices. Another common behavior is comparing you to other men. She might say things like, "My friend's boyfriend always does this," or "That guy at work has the best sense of humor." These comments aren't meant to guide you on how to win her over. They're signals that she sees qualities in others she doesn't see in you. Here's the harsh truth. When a woman truly likes you, other men fade into the background. She may acknowledge them, but they won't capture her energy the way you do. If she's openly investing her attention in others while keeping you on the sidelines, it's not because she wants to make you jealous. It's because her attraction is pointed somewhere else. The mistake men make here is holding on, thinking they can outcompete or prove themselves against other guys. But if she's showing you that her interest lies elsewhere, the best move is to let her go. You'll never win someone's genuine attraction by fighting for scraps of attention. The right woman won't make you question where you stand. She'll show you clearly that you're the one she wants. Reading the signs that a woman isn't interested isn't about rejection. It's about clarity. When you recognize short replies, constant busyness, lack of engagement, minimal effort, avoidance of alone time, and her interest in others, you gain the power to step back with confidence. You protect your time, your energy, and most importantly, your self-respect. The right woman won't leave you confused. She'll show excitement, effort, and openness. So take these signals for what they are. Clear answers. Don't chase what isn't meant for you. Instead, walk away with dignity and focus on the women who truly value you.